friend, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. We are continuing the series. This is my Plan to Pan 2026 and today we're featuring the makeup that I would like to pan in 2026. So I pulled this smaller Bath & Body Works bag and as you can see, it's pretty full. There is a lot of makeup in this bag. Now, what I learned from last year and this year, because we're technically still in it, today is December 14th for reference, so you have that kind of progress sense for like where I'm at in this month. Because some of these items I'm still working on in projects, some with usage goals, some to finish, but none of these things are things that I'll get done this month. But what I've realized over the last year is I can be a little bit more ambitious. For example, I panned a blush this year completely. It was not on my plan to pan because I didn't think I could do it, even though it was something I was actively working towards. So that's going to be a little bit different this time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through category by category what I would like to finish, stuff that has progress, stuff that hasn't been used yet, my rationale for why I would like to focus on it, and if not, finish it in 2026, make good effort and progress on those items. So timestamps down below. Let's dive into all of the goodies. Let's dive into it, and of course, when I get to my 6 months check-in, I will probably add some things as well in certain categories. Now, I'm going to start us off with something that I have kind of been working on already this year. And do I want to switch up the project? Let me know. But let me walk through the thoughts here. We're going to start with eye items. I have the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette. Now, I don't want to pan the whole thing. And I have been rolling shades into other projects, so I can't pan, finish them up. It's been in my project level up. Do I want to do a pan that palette? Do I want to just keep it bite-sized chunks? Anyway, my palette is broken. And I love this palette. So this is what mine looks like today. We'll get nice and close. You can see I have 3 finished shades in the palette. I have finished Ultraviolet, Mercury, and Supernova. I have pan in Nebula, Galaxy, Libra, Momentum, Supermoon, Gold Glitch, and Frazzled. So, however I decide to work with this palette, here is what I would love to do with it. So I would love to finish the shade Cosmic in the corner here, finish Nebula. Hitting Pan and Haze would be fun, and I might keep that shade regardless, just because it's so unique in my collection. I would love to finish Galaxy, probably Libra, Crash, Momentum, Supermoon, Gold Glitch, and Frazzled. So the mattes, most of them I could kind of leave, I think. Because like once I finish the rest of the goals I outlined, I guess, again, excluding Haze, I could probably just declutter the rest of the palette, call it done. Something like Vortex, like, it's a good outer corner shade. I'll use it while I have the palette, but I don't feel the need to keep it after everything else is met. So that's what I'm looking like. That's kind of what I'm thinking I would love to do for the palette. So again, let me know. Pan that palette for the first time? Maybe. We'll find out. Okay, and then I do have the Covergirl Exhibitionist liquid eyeshadows. These are old in my collection. They kind of need to get used up. So this one here, this is shade number 1. It has been in a project. And as you can see, I've still been using it. You can see that there's a little bit of like an oil separation, but you mix it up, it's fine. So I have about half-ish of this one left. I would like to keep working on that. This one I haven't used yet. This is shade number 2. But same thing, we're getting some of that oil separation. Not as badly, but I would love to get these done. I tend to use them more as like touching up kind of products. And then we need to get into the L'Oreal ones. So this is the Brilliant Eyes Liquid Shadow. This one's in the shade 430 Blush Jewel. I have a couple of these. This one's the oldest based on lot codes. And it's just a nice, beautiful, shimmery kind of pink color. So I would love to get use and get that one worked out. I have pulled 3 eyeliners. So the one I've currently been working on, and I'm actually wearing this one today as well. This is from Tarte, the Double Take Awake. So we've got a brightener on this side. So I only use the brightener when I'm using the liquid liner. But I have this much of it left. And then liquid eyeliners, they just kind of get done when they're done. This is what mine looks like. It's a little bit messy, as you can probably tell. I'm wearing it today. I do like it. It's been open for probably a year at this point. So, yeah, this is like 6 months after opening. So we'll kind of see what I do with this one. But 2026 has to be its last year, so hopefully I can get it used up. Once I finish it up, I would like to work on this one from my plan to pan for 2025. This is one of the Pixi by Petra's Endless Silky Eye Pens. This one is in the shade Black. It was just a mini. It does have use on it. I was using it before the liquid liner, but once you got a liquid liner going, you kind of keep going until it's done. So I would like to get this one done next, and that would be great. And then I did pull, this is so pretty, the Danessa Myricks Beauty. This is their really long name of their eyeliner that I can never remember, in the shade Lilac Quartz. So this one has, just kind of scroll it up here for us, it has this much of it left. It is really beautiful. As an eyeliner, though, I've never been able to make it work properly for me. It doesn't layer the best, or my technique sucks. That's very possible. So I've been using this mainly as an inner corner highlight. Really beautiful. Would like to get it used up, though. It'd be nice, just like spring pop. I think that would be beautiful. Okay, let's get into primers. Primers, that's a category a little bit out of control. A lot of old stuff. So my oldest primer is this one from NYX, the High Glass Face Primer in the shade Moonbeam. I have used one of these up in the past. This is a primer I prefer to use more in the winter. Anything that's a bit more glowier, we can use more of that in the winter time. So I would like to get this one finished up. This is one I got. It's not really for my skin, but it's also getting older. Like to get this one used from Clarins. This is the SOS Icy Primer. This is the one that's supposed to have a cooling effect and reduce redness. So maybe the summertime might be good. This is in 10 Mint. So right there for us here. So we'll see how this one goes. I have never used it. It's got a pump. I didn't even know it had a pump. So yeah, I would like to get this one used up as well. And then this one, which is coming up on an expiration here. This is the BoxyCharm primer as well. So the Touch in Soul No Pore Blem Primer. So this is supposed to smooth and pore fill. So yeah, pore perfect makeup made in Korea. So I would like to get this one used up as well. Haven't used it either. Yeah, like we still have the seal on that one. Came with a seal, that's fun. So those are the three I've picked out for now. And hopefully I can get through them. Now I am rolling in 3 of the 4 foundations I have in my collection, because as you can see, there's been a lot of use happening on these. So I've worked on all of these in 2025, not because I wanted to have a whole bunch of open foundations, but because I kept rolling in foundation prompts and, you know, it made sense. So the one I'm wearing today that I've been wearing a lot is the Bourjois City Radiance. This is the Skin Brightening Foundation Brightening Effect in 01 Rose Ivory. So as you can see, it's been in projects. It's probably somewhere around here-ish or so at this point. Not much of it left, but too much to be finished in 2025. So this one is the oldest one. I would like to just finish that off. And then I've got my Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation in 130N. So again, as you can see, I've got progress on this one for my graveyard project pan. So I did use it for about 6 months, not exclusively. I have a bit more than half of this foundation left. It's not my favorite. The pump kind of gets stuck. I feel like maybe that one has a bit of a scent to it. I'm not entirely sure. Just all of a sudden, I'm just getting a little bit of something there. But I would like to get that one worked out of my collection. And then because this one also has use, and it's definitely, as you can see, it's separating. Once you mix it, it's fine. It's just because it's been sitting. But this is the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Freshwear Foundation in 410. This is my second bottle. And so I would just like to keep working on it, get it used up, get it out of the collection. And then I only have one more foundation after that. So that is exciting. Okay, moving on to concealer. The current one I'm working on, it's in a project to finish, and it's getting a little beat up, the Physicians Formula Butter Glow Concealer in Fair to Light. I use this under the eyes. I use it for spot concealing. It's not necessarily always doing the best. It's not the most full coverage, as you can probably tell. But I am making progress. There's still a decent amount that comes out on the stopper, but it's starting to get a little empty-ish in there. So hopefully in the next 2 months, hopefully I can pull that stopper out. And then I need to work on the E.L.F. concealer. This is the 16-hour Camo concealer in the matte finish in the shade Fair Rose. I think this one's too light. I think it's too light. So much product also comes out, and I think I prefer the more hydrating version of this concealer. But also, like, trying to look in there, like, it also kind of looks not as empty as the other one, but it looks like there's a lot more progress than I think there is on it. So we'll see how this one goes. But this needs to get used up. It might be like an under eye corrector. We'll have to see how it goes. But it needs to go. And speaking of under eye correctors, I have this one from Winky Lux, the Perfect Color Corrector. This one is in the shade Peach, which tends to be my preferred under the eye color that I try to use. The problem with this one is it's like this style with like a little squeezy tube. That's not my preference. I prefer a doe foot applicator and just blend it out that way. But I do have this in my collection, so I just want to get it used up and get it out. We have 3 items I've categorized as cream blushes. It sounds like a lot. It is a lot, but also not as much as you may think. So first off, this was from my plan to pan for 2025, the Fenty Beauty Cheeks Out Freestyle Cream Blush in Summertime Wine. This has been scrunched into the middle. Oh, come on. You can open. You can do this. It's like, maybe. This is where I am at. So there's not much left in there at this point, but there's still enough. And what I noticed once I had scrunched everything together, it's taking me a long time to work my way through. I think just the height of the product. But we are making progress. It is getting there, and I would like to have this one out. The cream blush I am wearing today is the one from Dominique Cosmetics, the cream blush in Soft Pink. This has been expanding so much on this pan here. So where I am at as of December 14th, and this one is currently still being used, here. I am doing so well. That pan is expanding so much. I'm not trying to just expand the pan. I'm trying to work it down evenly, but just the way it works. Like you can see, it clearly has a nice spotlight there on Soft Pink. So that's really fun, really exciting to kind of work my way through. You can see that progress on the back there. I would just like to keep going because this one has been open for quite a while at this point. It's supposed to be 12 months, but we've been fine so far. And then this one I want to add in, this is another Danessa Myricks product. This is the Dew Wet Balm in the shade Rose Water. And I tend to use this, it's like a highlighting face and body balm, but I kind of use it as like a blush, like a cream blush highlighter duo type thing. And the reason, like, look at the pan in there. I hit pan, there's 9 grams in here. I feel like I have to build it up a somewhat decent amount. And the packaging is just so pretty. So I just want to keep going with this one and get it done. So especially with my cream products, I want to really like work them out before I move on to the next one, just to make sure I get the use out of them. Moving into powders, starting with the one you've been seeing me work on this year, the Ciate London. This is their Watermelon Burst Setting Powder. It is a pressed setting powder, and I have hit pan in it, which is super exciting. It looks like this. We've got some decent pan. We got some waffle cone stuff going on. It's supposed to smell like watermelon. I think it's starting to lose that watermelon edge. I would love to get this done, but the higher priority, so that's my priority pressed powder. This is the oldest lot coat on the loose powder. So this is a Nude by Nature, the translucent loose finishing powder, 1.5 grams. I have used up the full-size version of this. This is currently unused, so it's, you know, like that or so in the tub. I have not used this one yet. And, Oh, wow, yeah. I kind of forgot that this one doesn't have a little sleeve or anything, so it's all right there. So it should be maybe picking up more than I mean to, so I'll have to be careful. But I need to work through these. I have a couple mini sizes of these powders. I've just sat. I need to just kind of work them out. If I can get to another one this year, in addition to those two, that'd be fantastic. But we'll see how it goes. I meant to talk about these with the eye products earlier. I think these are my two oldest mascaras. Now, mascara, I generally am very strict, only one at a time. So with these ones, I've got the Benefit Bad Girl Bang, and then a mini of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. So what my plan is, I have one that I'm currently working on right now, which might be done by the end of the year. The Benefit is older, I'll move into that one. Then I'll move into throwing things away. Then I'll move into the Too Faced mascara, work them out. We'll kind of see what happens with other projects and prompts, but these are two I'd like out before the end of the year. Let's talk bronzer. So 2025 has actually been like a year of bronzer for me. I have finished so many. I've hit pan in quite a few. So I've actually pulled 3 of them for next year. 2 of them I've hit pan on this year. So we're going to start off with the Honolulu Matte Bronzer. This one, I put a 50 use goal on this. As of today, I'm close to 50 uses, but I'm not quite there yet. And this was brand new when I rolled it in. And with a little bit under 50 uses as of today, that is where I'm at. That pan is huge. Huge. And we're actually getting to the point where like I just kind of need to repress this, but I'm not going to repress it before I hit my 50 uses. So there's not much left in here. It's the bronzer I'm wearing today. I would like to get that one finished. And then this one's a little bit of a struggle. It gets a little bit of some hard pan. I tried the tape trick. I think it has helped, but I've also been very lazy with it. Bronzer is from L'Oreal, the Bronze to Paradise. This is in the shade 03 Back to Bronze. This one, I have a double pan in it. I mean, I've hit the rings, and that's the most raised part of the pan, but it still counts. This one obviously has a lot more in it, and it just really, especially this is the side that gets that hard pan, so it's kind of difficult, and like you have to pick up so much of it, and it's like you can kind of maybe see it there. But anyway, this is the bronzer that I'm going to probably be using for a fair amount of next year. It's not my favorite, but I have this much use on it already. I just kind of want to get it done and get it worked out. Now, I have picked another bronzer. This is my oldest bronzer in my collection. This is from Lancome, the Star Bronzer Natural Glow. This one, you could see it. There it is. It's a sample size bronzer. It is, how much is this one? 3 grams. So it's a little bit of a smaller pan, so it's harder to pick up with a big fluffy brush, which I prefer to use. I have not used it at this point. I think you could still see all the little lines across it. But according to lot codes, this is my oldest bronzer, so I would also like to get this one worked through and finished as well. That one I think is a higher priority than the L'Oreal one, just because of the age of the item, but I would love to get through both. Okay, I have picked, this is the ambition. And it's not because I have a confidence boost, like I can finish all these blushes. I'm going to be using them anyway. So here's where I stand with blush. My oldest blush, based on lot codes, this came in a Sephora Favorites kit a couple of years ago now at this point. This is from Hourglass. So this is the Ambient Lighting Blush in the shade At Night. I am also wearing this one today. This is a baked blush, and it's a little bit deeper on the pigmentation, so I do have to use a lighter hand with it. I am at this point here, so you may be able to see, like, it's been getting worked down, but part of me was like, I need to save it because it's Hourglass, but it's my oldest blush. It's not my favorite blush in terms of the color, like the deepness of it does come through, so it's a little bit hard to work with, but I want to get it used up. It's one of those things, right? It's Hourglass. I'm not going to declutter it, so that means I have to use it. And then we have Milani. This is the baked powder blush in the shade Luminoso. It's been getting a lot of use. You can see how kind of beat up my packaging looks. This tends to be a little bit more particular of a blush. So I have, as you can see, I've worked it down quite a bit. This tends to be the blush that I use for dog walking in the summertime. So I can just kind of throw some makeup on, look and feel put together for dog walks, but then, you know, come home and shower and it's no big deal because this is a cheaper blush. I also tend to use this one for more like gold or more bronzy looks in particular. So I am making good progress on it, but again, this is a baked blush. I didn't do that intentionally. It's a baked blush. They take a long time. I like the Milani blush. Just, I don't think I would get this shade again. I bought the shade because it was such a hyped up shade, but I tend to prefer more like pink, rosier toned blushes. But this is going to get used in the summer anyway, so I'm going to try to see how much progress I can make on them. If I can finish either of those blushes, fantastic. If not, no big deal. Brings us to highlighters next. So this I've been working on all of 2025 and loving the Natasha Denona Cupid Cheek Duo. This originally had a cream blush in it that I have used up, and the powder highlighter is getting real good progress because that is where I'm at now. This has been repressed once before, and I do need to repress it again. Like, you can see how it built up on the sides. That is starting to get. I am going to be sad. Like, that's how you know you really love a product. You're going to be sad when it's gone, when you've been using it so much and so consistently. So it's going to be a sad day. Not a sad day, though. Similar logic to the Milani blush. This is from Profusion, a shimmer highlight. I got it in an advent calendar. It's a gold one. I have some pretty good pan on it from this year. This is going to be, again, a quick throw it on and go, particularly like dog walking, things like that. It looks pretty good. It's not as nice as Natasha Denona, but I enjoy it enough and would like to get use on this one as well. Okay, lip products. I have not pulled a whole lot of them, mainly because I've been trying to work certain things out of my collection and haven't reached into a whole bunch of stuff. So first off, a overnight lip mask from Aceology. This came in like a 2-pack. I would like to get this one used up. Another lip balm. This is from Pink Lips in the shade Fantasy. It's like this brown kind of color, and I only have this much left. It doesn't come across on the lips like this. It's more sheer, which is good, and I have used a decent bit of it. So I would just like to finish it up, get it out of the collection. And then we're moving on to lipsticks. So, Mary Kay Sparkle Lipstick in the shade Ruby. This is so slow moving. I only have this much of it left, but it's taking me so long to make my way through it. So I just want to finish it up. And then I also have this one from Sephora. This is the Sephora Collection Satin Lipstick in the shade 20. Because it's a mini lipstick, but still lipstick. This is what I have left. I'm not sure if this is the most flattering color on me. I think it makes my teeth look a little yellow. But we'll play with it a bit more, make a final decision. But I would love to get that one worked out. Okay, then you'll recognize this from my Beauty A to Z project. The Zoeva Pure Velour Lips in the shade Natural Aesthetic. It's not my preferred color. But again, if I'm doing like more of a bronzy eye, I prefer a shade more like this. I did have progress lines at one point because I could see it. But yeah, like this is not... There's still lots in here. I haven't made as much progress on this one, so it's going to carry over into next year. Then we have the Maybelline. So this is the Superstay 24-Hour Color. We have, what shade is this one? 335 Mocha Choco Latte, I think. So I made good progress on it. In fact, I have used it a couple times since it was rolled out of a project. You can see we're down to this point here, and then it does have the, it looks so gross, but like the balm. Like, the problem is, as you can maybe see on the gloss part, is it sometimes like balls up on itself. So that's probably like the age of this item. So I just need to get it done and used up. And then the last lip color is just a clear gloss that no longer looks clear. This one is from Rimmel, the Stay Glossy Up to 6 Hour Shine Lip Gloss. No, definitely not that. But I have made good progress. So I am at this point here. This is just kind of organic use. I just kind of keep this one out, and depending on lip products, like I am wearing it today over another lip color. So, like, you can see the doe foot's kind of stained. But it looks like that. Just a little bit of some shine to the lips. It's not too sticky. Yeah, it's not sticky, right? Yeah. Not sticky. It feels hydrating enough. It layers well. So those are all of those lip products that I have picked to get us started. And then to wrap this up for today, I only have one setting spray pulled. It's the one I'm currently using. Setting sprays I move through fairly quickly, and I don't have a ton of them in my collection. So at this point, I'm not too concerned. So I've only pulled this one for now, the Makeup Forever Mist and Fix 24-hour hydrating setting spray. I'm wearing it today. It's fine. It's a very like nice fine mist, like as you can see. Like, yeah, it's a nice mist. It works. It does enough of the job. I still don't notice a ton of difference with it, but I have it, so I'm going to use it. So as you can see, I am, now that I've shooken it up, you know, like it's bubbling. So, you know, up there-ish. Not too far with it. I'll be with this one for a couple months, I'm sure, because it is 100 milliliters, but making my way through. But that is my table. Those are all of the makeup items that I am currently thinking about wanting to prioritize in 2026. So you'll see a whole bunch of them roll into projects. Some of them are already in projects. So we'll keep working through my collection, really trying to prioritize oldest stuff. And what I would love to do as well is, like, this is going to be another year, as you saw with the bronzers, blushes, and highlighters I pulled. It's another year of singles. And then hopefully next year, I would love to do a Pan That palette, like a Pan That face palette, because those are definitely getting neglected in my collection. But I just have, especially with how many like bronzers are getting so close to empty, I just kind of want to get them done. So we'll do another year of those, maybe do a Pan That face palette next year, and just see what I'm able to work my way through and enjoy along the way. But that is going to wrap up my plan to pan for my makeup for 2026. So subscribe, stay tuned so you can see how I do with these products over the year, to check out the finale for how I did with my plan to pan makeup for 2025. If you enjoy the style of video, make sure you check out my similar plan to pans. I also have the skincare one is already up. I will still be doing my nail polish and my hygiene products. But otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. Subscribe so you don't miss my next update for this project in 6 months. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.